Yo, 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 what is up, fuckers? Welcome back to another episode of Pillar of Thriller. I'm Justin.
And I'm Romo. We're back here recording some stuff. We had a Halloween season, so we had a lot to watch, a lot of stuff to catch up on.
Absolutely, absolutely. There are a lot of things, a lot of movies have come out since we did since we last did an episode, man. And we did watch quite a few of them. You know, Terrifier 2 came out.
We had to. There were a lot that were hyped up.
Halloween Ends, which is what we're covering today. Barbarian.
Yep.
So,
I think even since we last, I don't know if you watched it, I watched a movie called Dash Cam, which is from the same person that did Host. So I ended up if y'all hear my dog, that's my dog whining in his crate. But yeah, we did Dash Cam. We didn't cover Dash Cam, I watched it. But there's so many other ones I feel like. I haven't seen Smile yet. That's
I need to.
on the list.
Yeah, me too.
Really want to see that. I heard that's really good.
Yeah.
Which is not what I was expecting. I expected that to be like Truth or Dare, Countdown, and not be very enticing.
Their whole marketing spiel was cool.
Yeah.
Like baseball playoff games, they had those creepers that were,
Yeah, them sitting behind home plate, I didn't like that. I was like, nope, I'd rather watch the game. This is freaking me out. Not going to watch anymore. Turn me off to it. Nah, but I want to see it. It looks like a good movie. People have told me it's a good movie. But even compared it to like The Ring and like One Missed Call.
I think it'll be out on Paramount Plus pretty soon. It should be.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I'll be able to get it from you.
Yeah, for sure. Anyway, it's so nice to be back and in person. I know a lot of times we would do video calls and stuff like that. And so it's nice to be back. We both moved. I just moved, and now we've got
the baby too.
Yes.
Was in progress. That happened.
And now everything's starting to settle down. The dust is starting to settle, so we can make everything work. And
we have this nice, beautiful room to film in.
Yes, which will be decorated accordingly pretty soon.
And we'll do an episode on that.
Yeah, we're actually gonna be completely revamping our things. New logo.
Yeah.
New set. New everything pretty much, and we'll have everything. We're even in the works of having a new partnership. Guy named Mark with Movie Palette. So that'll be cool. So we'll be able to use different color schemes for our episodes now and stuff like that. So that'll be awesome. And you guys will too. We'll have like a little drop down, and you guys get, I think, did he say 20%? We did get 20% off with our promo code.
Maybe 15 or 20. I'd have to check.
Either way, you guys will get a discount once you put in our promo code. Once we get everything situated with him, that'll come with like the new logo and the new everything. But for now, we wanted to reach out to everybody, let everybody know we're still here, and we will cover a couple episodes and just start putting content back out. Yeah. Including the tournament that we have put on pause.
Yeah. So much was going on, we had to put it on pause. Yeah. So we have a clean break we're going to do it at, so you'll see it almost as a new tournament starting. But it's what's left over from the tournament we started. And we're trying to time that up with just getting new content out there. Most importantly, we want new content out there. Yeah. Want to get back to be more active on Instagram because we've had not been able to make as many posts because we haven't had as much content to film because we have to be back and forth. But we're here now is all that matters.
Yep. And it feels great in person. And man, I'm just excited about this whole thing. And we like a really great episode coming in today. I think we've got a lot of talking points. But before we do that, let's go ahead and shout out our sponsors, unofficial sponsors, and before, just like we start every episode, we've got our beer. So Kosi Jude, who came up with this, man, Loring_Millie, follow him on IG. Let me shout out, he's crafty real quick. Eric Martinelli, man.
Haunt Junkies. They had a crazy Halloween.
They had to shut that shit down. Actual Halloween day.
Yeah.
They had the cops called, because it's a free haunt or whatever, and I believe they had the cops called and the cops had to shut that shit down. But they're
Just had too many people. It wasn't anything crazy.
Yeah, no, not them. They didn't do anything.
Justice make it sound like someone got murdered.
No. It was just like, they're doing it in the neighborhood, and a lot of the cars are blocking driveways and shit, and like all kinds of stuff, man. And but they're working on a remedy for that, and
Brandon has his new line out with Kicking It. Brandon about sneakers.
Brandon about sneakers, man. That's his new thing. And
go cop you a hat. Go cop you a hoodie. I'm gonna grab me some because they're fire. Absolute fire.
Yeah, the Seinfeld ones are dope. Yeah.
Yes.
That's his new line right now. So go check him out. His IG handle is Just Kicking It Podcast.
I believe it's just Kicking It Podcast. Yep.
Yeah. So
we missing anybody?
I don't think so, man.
I think saving best for last for Brandon was good.
Yeah. So and hopefully we got that IG right. Let me just
Justin's gonna check. I'm
gonna
gonna introduce what we're doing here.
Yeah.
Before we chug these beers, we're doing Halloween Ends today. I know we're a few weeks past Halloween, and I know this came out October 14th. We have strong feelings about this movie. I know a lot of people have strong feelings about this movie.
Yes.
So, with that being said, how is the best way to start our episodes, Justin?
We're gonna chug our beers first,
Yeah.
and then we'll get into it.
And I wasn't gonna have a drink, and Justin talked me into it. So.
Well, I'm having people over tonight. We're gonna be doing trivia, maybe hanging out with all our friends, which is nice. But you's gonna take a little break, and I was like, why don't you just start tomorrow?
Yeah,
tonight.
Sunday's a good day to start.
Yeah. So, with that said, cheers, brother, and I'm glad we're finally doing another episode.
Ooh. The Blue Moon's not easy to chug.
It's not ice cold either, which is try to stay away from that.
Yeah, ice cold makes it harder. Justin used to literally freeze the Dos Equis we were doing, and I'm like chugging slush, dying over.
Well, drinks taste better when they're cold,
but not when they're literally a different version of. They're not even like a liquid anymore.
You're right.
So we can't chug a non-liquid. You could.
I mean, you could.
You wouldn't want to.
Someone's a little bitch. So.
Oh yeah, let me just chug a slushy. It sounds terrible.
Yeah. No, yeah, and brain freeze, all that shit. That just sucks.
No, that's a bitch comment. Brain freeze. That's a.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Whoa. That's a bitch comment.
Yeah. No. So.
All right.
Let's dive into Halloween. I want to get your thoughts on this for everybody, man. And,
I was gonna ask where we start, and I think having talked over this beforehand, I think it's good we start with my comments.
Yeah.
I think, and I'll be brief too, is obviously this is the fourth film of this timeline. So you have 1978, the 2018 film Halloween Kills, and Halloween Ends. I think taking all four of those, it is 1,000% the weakest film in all four of those, in my opinion. Halloween Kills, I know a lot of people didn't like, but we enjoyed because it was fun. But man, I'm really, really surprised with how it gradually fell off after Halloween 2018, which I thought they did everything right for a sequel. I didn't like the new interjected storyline. I understand they wanted to do something different, which is kind of plays into the Halloween 3 Season of the Witch thing, where they did something different at the beginning of the franchise. But this was different. And I've seen arguments both ways about how much Michael's in the movie, because he's not in the first movie, 1978, very much either, but he's used much differently than in this movie. There's a lot of stuff I hated about this movie. There's only 2 or 3 things I really liked about this movie. I thought it should have been much more about Laurie Strode. I realized it ended up being about her in the end, but I thought it should have been much more about her. So I didn't love it, and I have yet to watch it again after theaters, where I went back and watched Halloween Kills, I went back and watched 2018 after those came out several times, because I enjoyed them.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, Halloween Kills isn't the perfect movie, but I really enjoyed watching it at least. There's parts that I didn't like, but I enjoyed it. So that being said, I really didn't like this movie. Really didn't like it. And I think I'm being tame. So Justin?
No.
How do you feel?
Bro, so you guys know, for the people that have been following for a while, And then for the new people tuning in, Halloween is my favorite franchise. I fucking love, like, Halloween is my favorite horror movie of all time, 1978. And so, 2018, when I found out that they were doing it, and the trailer came out, and as soon as you hear the Halloween music, John Carpenter's, like, immediate chills, right? Like, just, like, immediate. So that was cool. Halloween 2018, dope. Halloween Kills, 2020? 2021?
Yeah, 20.
Like, well, because it was delayed, so it was like...
I think it was 2021 because it was delayed, yeah.
And that was cool. Not much of, like, it wasn't, like, mentally grabbing. It wasn't very intelligent. I don't think any of the Halloween films are meant to be that way. I don't, like, it's not something you really got to think about. It's not a Jordan Peele type movie.
Yeah,
right?
especially now that the bar's been set with that now, right?
But it was fun. And, like, there were some things in there that I was like, oh, okay, whatever. Like, they probably should have killed him during the riot scene or whatever. And then, so I was like, this is fun. So I'm really excited to see how this ends, especially with the trailers that dropped with Laurie. With that said, going into Halloween Ends with high expectations. If you have not seen the movie yet, do not go in with high expectations because it will ruin it will literally ruin, like, the movie for you. That's what it did for me. That movie, for about half of it, had absolutely nothing to do with Michael Myers. Nothing. It was I was like, what the fuck am I watching? Who is this Corey guy? Why is he so integral to this story? And then, like, they forced this love story with him with
Sadie.
With not Laurie's daughter, her granddaughter, right?
Karen's daughter.
Yes.
Well, I have to look at the name and make sure I get it right.
So, and Judy Greer being killed off was obviously you saw her kind of you saw her die at the end of Kills, but nobody knew. I thought she was gonna come back for sure. Like, I had no idea, and so this storyline with just Corey, the movie is pretty much like when you're ending such an iconic franchise, like it's supposed to end, like this is gonna be the end all be all of like all the movies, right? You would expect for there to be some type of closure with like and like for the story to revolve around Laurie Strode.
Yep.
She was.
She was what, like, not too much featured until the third act.
Yeah, exactly. She was maybe like really part of the movie for 1/3 of it, and I'm like, this. It really took away from me because I was so frustrated for about half of the movie. Just like, when am I gonna see Michael? Oh, I saw Michael, but he's fucking weak. Like, and Corey just randomly was able to just.
Oh my god! I know what you're gonna. The Mask.
Yeah. How? You could. Bro. He's just this normal person who accidentally killed somebody babysitting. First of all.
At least I liked that scene. The shock factor was there for that.
Yeah.
Now, if this is the right movie to have it, like it showed its hand too quickly, but that's,
like, I don't know. Are they going back to the beginning of the, like, was this their point of, like, they're trying to pay homage to the original with, like, Michael's sister technically it's supposed to be babysitting right at the beginning of so I don't know if they're trying to do something like that, and Michael kills her or something like that or something. Yeah.
I think it was supposed to be more of like to show this guy start to have a downward spiral, make him an outcast. And I thought the concept as I was watching it was going to, because they showed their hand so fast on Corey's gonna basically be killing people. They showed it so fast. Like, they showed that whole concept so fast, left no twist to be determined. So you didn't even have to think, like, oh, Michael's on the loose and Corey's on the loose. And, like, then you start seeing them kill people and you see, like, how Michael would kill someone and how Corey would kill someone. But, like, you may still think it's Michael or it's Corey. And then Michael comes in later, which, okay, that may have been what they wanted to do, but the fact that Michael, we physically know he's just sitting in a sewer while Corey's doing all this stuff, and then Corey eventually like gets him to teach him how to kill, which is that was such a cringe scene in general. Show me how you do it. It was terrible.
Um, I don't know. It's because like it did feel rushed because it came, like the movie came really really fast. And they started filming him almost immediately. Like I knew they were filming Savannah, and I don't know if they really rushed the script and they were trying to get it out by a certain time or what. I just really really feel like this movie could have been so much better.
Yeah, and the title card that said that was Halloween Ends when they had the pumpkins coming through the other pumpkin, which I thought was a cool, interesting. But the title card of Halloween Ends was the same font that they used for Halloween Season of the Witch. So I almost sat there and thought, like, okay, did they do that knowing that they were going to make something divisive? Kind of like what people got from Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, where they were like expecting Michael Myers, and this man wasn't in that movie. It was a completely different movie.
Oh, I just feel like I just wasted 2 hours of my life watching that. Just, oh my God.
You hate to hear someone say, like, don't go into the biggest movie in the franchise, finishing off the franchise, to, I say biggest movie in the franchise, I should say in the trilogy, because nothing's bigger than the original. But if they go into that last movie and they say, hey, like, don't have high expectations, like, just don't look at it with an open mind, like that.
I mean, watch it, whatever. Go, like, I mean, if somebody had told me what was gonna happen, or like told me, hey, don't go in with high expectations before going in, like I would still watch it because it is still a Halloween movie. But damn, like it was a huge letdown.
Yeah.
Like I was like, there were so many times my wife and I, like Hannah, we would laugh.
Yeah.
Corny lines, corny things. That whole scene, show me how. Like I was like, yo, did he just say that? And they're just, like we were like trying, we were laughing in bed, like you know, like.
It wasn't scary either.
No, none of it. And like even like the scene with Michael in the kitchen and fighting Laurie, I just thought it was like not choreographed very well. Like it could have been like. What?
I did hear an interesting theory that people would be more open to how the franchise finished, disregard any of the second film, third film, here we go, we're now in the fourth film. But if you had all of how Halloween Kills went, with Michael just going on a rampage, and then having the ending, like the fighting in the kitchen that they have in Halloween Ends, and then that's how Michael like is finished off, like I think people would be a little more like okay with it, because you had all this rampage in the film, and then that's what you expected to see. Halloween Kills set the bar so high. We didn't expect him to like go again and kill 50 people or how many people he killed in that movie in Halloween Ends, but this man like barely did any bloodshed.
And I get the fact that he was old or whatever, and like this, he's I don't know if it was like they're trying to do a passing of the torch. I know after like John Carpenter was like, hey, never say never. Depending on how much money this film makes, we could still, it's still open.
Yeah,
like this,
I mean,
that's exactly what he said.
They pretty much left it like there's no, you cannot have any more unless they went on a different timeline again, which I can't handle another timeline. But if they like, we've seen the last of the physical body of Michael Myers, right? They flirted with the quotes in Halloween Kills of saying every time he kills, he transcends, gets stronger. Like Laurie says that, and then you see, and then you now think he's a decrepit old man that Corey can wrestle a mask off of. Also, Michael Myers, one thing everyone should know and knows is he hates it when you touch his mask.
Yeah,
freaks out if he's wearing it and you're touching his mask. And this man wrestled him like John Cena and just took the mask off.
Why was it so easy for him, but it was so hard for Laurie to get that mask to, like, you know what I mean? Like it took like 2-3 movies before Laurie could take the mask off.
In other films, she'd touch it and he'd like immediately like in the first movie he pushes her down and like it's off, and first thing he doesn't even like think to like finish her off.
No.
He's like, I have to put this back on. Instead, like I thought that was like, that makes no sense to me. Like I understand to an extent like Michael's realizing he's not a threat and then killing, because it has always been the thing, like if someone's not in Michael's way, he usually doesn't kill them.
Yeah. Like
they did that with Halloween 2018 when he walks through and he does a double check at the baby in the crib crying. Like, he's not just going to kill something just because it's near him. It's not in his way.
Kind of like the in Prey, where like the dude was it Predator? Prey? Predator? Like the last movie that I'd never seen any of the Predator movies.
Oh, Prey was the last one.
Yeah, Prey, and they that thing didn't kill anybody unless it felt like you were a threat.
Yeah, because it was just hunt. They hunt for sport. They want to kill the most.
Yeah.
The most prized possession. But Michael looked like a straight up bitch in this movie.
And like, how do you do that to your most iconic like slasher? He is. I mean, let's be real. He is the most iconic slasher in all of horror to date. And then you just made him go out sad.
Yeah, and it's fair to say that too right now because we haven't had a Jason movie in so long, and we haven't had a Freddy movie that was any good in a long time.
And like Scream 5 was terrible.
Yeah.
And like I'm not even I'm gonna watch this next one. Like the girl, I don't know if you've seen it, but like she's tweeting and like has all these interviews and it's like, hey, it's gonna be really good, it's super gory, super this. I get that Neve's not in it, but like you could watch it anyway, like whatever. But like,
yeah, I think Neve didn't want to be in it too because she wanted them to establish new characters or something, or didn't like the script.
It was financial.
Ah.
She didn't they didn't offer her enough money.
Well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, Michael getting thrown into a compactor at the end too kind of rubbed it away.
Okay, so
like a ceremonial. Like,
bro,
this man had.
Did they just have like a funeral and and the sheriff came in and like with the car and it's like it is tonight.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? Bro, are you fucking like that? This is how you do it? Like it's like a funeral where like also where all the townspeople.
Michael Myers across the crowd. Like man's crowd surfing to get.
Are you serious? Like that's a dope kill. Like if it was just Laurie.
Or like them fighting.
And then fighting
or something.
Yeah, and Laurie just happens to throw him in there.
Also, as soon as they showed that thing in the first 5 minutes, you knew something. Well, first 5 minutes following the scene of the son dying.
Yeah.
Like the first 5 minutes, you see the trash compactor after that. Like you knew that was going to be important.
Yeah.
But man, it's.
Oh, I hated that scene. Like it's a funeral procession. No, like what? That made no fucking sense.
I was kind of hoping that he grabbed her and brought her. Like Laurie into it too.
Yeah.
But I then realized like how the movie ended, that like they wanted to do the whole arc. Okay, guess what? This isn't about Michael Myers. They made that very clear. Dumb. The whole thing is about Laurie Strode, which
it really wasn't either.
Yeah, that's where I have issues.
Yeah. Fuck. They just really fucked that movie up for me, and I like really. They oh my god.
Was there anything you did like about it? Like any parts specifically? Like I said, I liked the beginning, the shock factor.
Yeah, so like I think when I watched it at the first time, I was like, oh, this is what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like they and they killed like this is how it's starting. I'm like, but I don't even know who this guy is. But cool, like that was shocking, not really scary. I can't like. I really think that kill in the compactor would have been dope if it was not a funeral procession where everybody was trying to, like, I don't know what the meaning behind everybody touching him was or like why, like
passing him up. To
the it really should have just been a Laurie and Michael thing. There's not much I really liked about that movie.
Yeah, like I said, like that first scene was good, and then you could probably have not watched the next hour.
It was just so corny. Like everything, I could have completely done without the love story. Could have completely done without Corey. Period.
And then you had Corey like mimicking the Michael Myers scene where he's standing by the bush in that one when Laurie looks out the window and he's standing by the bush like in the original movie.
Oh, I don't remember.
Oh god, she's looking out the window and he's standing over by the bushes like staring up at the window. And then that was when he went and picked up Allison from their house, like during broad daylight.
That whole thing was weird too. Like those two, they really tried to force that down our throat, and I'm like,
yeah.
I was like, okay.
They're like, let's get out of Haddonfield, but then now, like, okay, well, if you were gonna set somebody up to be like the next Michael Myers, like, that is one thing. But the fact that also he died, he went out like a bitch too. He went out like a cold bitch.
Yeah.
And so there's so much wrong. There were so many dumb decisions made where you're going up the decision ladder and you're like, let's make this decision. Then you fall back to square one. Then you're going back up the ladder. You're like, let's go this decision. Fall back. And then once you look at everything, you have a fucking spiderweb mess of bad decisions.
I'm gonna be real. I really feel like this movie is just a money grab.
I thought so too. Like, you set yourself up, you got greenlit for a trilogy, and they were like, you know what, let's just do. Obviously, Laurie, Jamie Lee Curtis had a very strong say in probably how her character ended the series, or ended the franchise. And you've noticed that because they did the beginning shots from, like, the first movie where they go to different rooms, and Laurie's just sitting out there on the front deck.
The trilogy gradually got worse. It was good. In our opinion, right? It was good. Halloween Kills was just like okay, but fun to watch, and then Halloween Ends is just trash.
Yeah. And that's what thought we weren't getting. We thought finally, okay, well, horror's in such a renaissance and such a big staple of modern film. Like, surely if they're going to do a trilogy with someone like Michael Myers, they'll make the movies good.
Especially with this franchise, right?
Yeah.
Because you see a lot of movies now which are made that are not even this iconic, that are really good.
Yep, and 2018 is very good.
So, with that said, Romo, what would you rate this movie? Pillar point system.
I have to think about how I have to think about how I rate stuff, and I'm gonna throw it out the window. I know we have criteria.
Yeah.
I'm giving this a 0.5 out of 5.
Whoa. See? I thought what I was gonna give it was low. I was gonna give it a 1.
I don't like this movie.
I don't either.
I don't. I think the fact that I haven't rewatched it at all, I don't think I could put it on and get through it again, which is saying a lot as horror lovers.
With that said, go watch the movie just cause it is still Michael Myers.
Mm-hmm.
Watch the movie. Give us your thoughts. If you don't agree, fine. If you agree, also fine. We're giving you our honest opinions, and we watch a lot of fucking horror movies. This one was terrible.
Just disappointing. We hate to leave you on a somber note.
Yeah,
it's what it is. But as always, thank y'all for listening. If you have your thoughts, leave it in the comments. I want to hear what y'all thought also. I know it's a month removed, but we want to hear what y'all think because I know there was so much buzz. Everyone was talking about it. I want to get more focused and hear what y'all think.
Peace and love, man. It's good to be back.
Barbarian coming up next.
Yes, sir.